This is your 3-needle bind-off video instructional. How exciting. The first one. Actually, the second one. I recorded an entire one just now with no audio. So this is take 2. And I checked the mic, so now I know we're good. At this point, you've knitted a sock. Look at you. You've done it. That's a fine thing. Good job, you. You have 8 stitches. Back up. You have 16 stitches left at the base of at the toe. They might be on 2 needles. They might be on 3 needles. Maybe 4 needles. Yeah, whatever you were working with. Any number of those is fine, but you do want to get them onto 2 needles for this next step. You should have 8 on one and 8 on the other. See there? 8 and 8 over here. Okay. One's sort of on the top of the sock, and one's on the bottom. Now, for this 3-needle bind-off, your working yarn's here, yeah? And if we were going to continue working in the round, we would just go on around this way, la la la. But we're not. We're actually going to turn this inside out, through this little hole at the top. So, the way I like to do this is start at the cuff and sort of push it inside of itself. Kind of mashing it all, mushing it in there. And keep mushing until you see it appear in the little hole there. And then you just tug it. Till it's inside out. There you go. So now we are ready to do the 3-needle bind off. So we've got 1 needle, 2 needle, 3 needles. And the 3-needle bind off is just what it says on the tin. It is a bind off and the cast off are the same thing, by the by. We've said both terms over the years, but if you're thinking, when is the cast off? This is the cast off. So to do a 3-needle bind off, you actually are going to be doing your standard issue game of leapfrog that we do for casting off, binding off, but we're going to go not only under 1 fence, but under 2 fences. Video, wake up. Focus. I say. Stand by. Not favorable. Well, maybe that's all right. So, as I was saying, you've got your working yarn here. It's coming from this one. This is the first one you're going to go into. That's a little off book of our usual knitting in the round ballyhoo, but we're just going to go with it. So you're going to go under this fence, and then under this fence, under 2 fences, and you'll catch 1 sheep. Yeah? Then you're going to pull him through 1 fence, 2 fence, and off we leap. Both of them. 1, 2. Yeah? And we're going to do it again. Just a little fussy. Under the fence, under the other fence, catch 1 sheep, pull him through both, and off we leap. Both. And then you've got 2 over here, yeah? That's enough for leapfrog. So you take the lower one and just lift it up and over its friend there. And now you only have 1 over here and you need 2 for leapfrog, so we do this whole thing again. Under the fence, catch a sheep, pull him through both of the fences. Off we leap both of the fences. And leapfrog. And you continue like that. When you're doing pull him through, so under the fence is quite easy, catch the sheep, standard issue. When you do pull him through both, you can try and pull through both at the same time like so. As you get better at this, that might be how you decide to roll with it. But at the beginning, I'd recommend kind of pulling through like 1 at a time. So you go under the fence, catch the sheep, pull him through 1 fence, pull him through the other fence. Kind of a, delineating it a little bit more, just so your hands aren't like, wow, bah, 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 bah. So much news so fast. So I'm gonna speed through the last couple of these just so you're not sitting around growing just Rip Van Winkle beards trying to get through this video. Be careful that this guy doesn't jump off. He's going to want to. Just keep a close eye. Make sure that there's the only things jumping off or off-wheel leaping are those top two fences. There, at last. Okay, so set those two needles aside. And we're going to take our final leapfrog here. And that is the completed cast off. Cut those little V's there. That's very nice. And we're just going to cut, as usual, a couple of inches. The longer, if you make this tail too short, it's kind of hard to weave it in with your darning needle. And then, just thread this little loop, or this little end, rather, through your final loop from that cast off. Just like you're threading a needle. And pull. And then, finally, you take your darning needle, bobby pin, other knitting needle. Really, you can use almost any implement to weave in your ends, but you just take the end. I've got a darning needle here. I'm just going to take it and go mush, 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 kind of squish it into the toe down at the bottom here. You know how we do. Just cram it in there. And once it's in for about an inch, just give it a tug. Trim it right where it comes out. And that is the toe of your sock, which you can now turn right side out again. And voila. Oh, look at her. She's so beautiful. You did such a nice job. I'm so proud of you. Seriously, I'm so proud of you if you've gotten to this point. This is a really challenging project to do in person, and the fact you guys are pulling it off remotely is crazy impressive. And I can't wait to brag about all of you at my teacher training with my other handwork teacher friends this summer, because you're really good at doing things, and you're really sweet and nice, and I miss you all. Okay, time for sock number 2. Have fun!